Hi everyone, and welcome to the first channel to stream Tormenta 20, played in English. I'm Alexander Januzzi. I'll be your host and GM for our adventure of End of Times. And with me, I have an amazing cast as always, so let's please go ahead and do a round of introductions.
Hello! My name is Giselle Fernandez, they, them. I am a voice actor. I am today being Bucko, he, they, the hunter minotaur, who's super chill, bros.
Hello everyone, I'm Guilherme Moina. Him, I'll be playing graphic designer. And I'll be playing Gran, not a graphic designer, although an artist, which I wish I was. He's a super weird Litho arcanist who might die on the hands of his teammates at some point.
Hi, I'm Sydney Granat. I'm a talent coordinator at a dubbing company. She, her, playing Time. Also, she, her, a sylph bard who is definitely not chill, but probably not dying anytime soon. Hopefully.
Hello, everyone. I'm Victor Lucky, a very, very tired person. I will be playing as Crimson Void, a barbarian Litho who probably will not kill a party member, but maybe he will. I don't know. Let's find out. I'll do my best not to, but the dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Taketh away.
To be fair, you might do it accidentally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, some of us literally are made of, paper, more or less.
Wet paper.
Wet paper. Just one stiff wind, and I don't know.
Bugs in the wind.
Literally. Well, no promises were made. Here we go. Recently, on End of Times, our heroes defeated purists in the village of Dornbach. They rescued Andries from being turned into something else. Not quite sure. They traveled back to Fort Hammerhead with the Dalans, the half-dryads who moved out of their Tormenta-infected giant oak tree. And on their way to the fort, they met Elmer, lazy dragon. After going to sleep at the fort, Bucko woke up hearing the sounds of someone climbing the side of the tavern and sneaking into the room across from his, Kit's room. Kit and most of the tavern woke up when Bucko started shouting, and chaos ensued as an assassin attempted to kill Kit with a quick attempt of a negotiation for some map that remains a mystery. The assassin came really close to finishing the job and escaping, but ended up being caught by Crimson Void, who took the assassin down by jumping on top of him from the second floor, luchador style. It's very cool.
It was awesome.
For the show here. When Bucko and Crimson went to check on Furmond and Isabrine in one of the towers after hearing cries of help, and Gran went to check on something upstairs with the Dalans in the tavern at the fort, Kit finished the job. She killed the assassin before he could reveal anything to her roommates. Gran had a rough interaction with the sergeant, who seemed to be worried about his soldiers, but that tension was remedied in the next morning with an honest conversation. The fort seems to be on high alert. Regardless of why the assassin came for Kit, the criminal activity in the Central Hills seems to be getting bolder. Our group already knows that someone named Sivarian seems to be behind the nefarious activities going on in the Central Hills. Our group also knows that there is at least some Tormenta corruption in the area, especially underground. Besides the weirdness factor, which seems to be natural to the Central Hills. Finally, they've encountered incredibly advanced mechano-magical science in the middle of it all. Mechano-magic clocks embedded into the wearers' bodies, mechano-magical device that seemed to be able to transform people, killing humans in the process, and crystal balls for surveillance, among other things. How it all connects is up to the party to figure out. After doing some shopping and some pondering, our heroes decided to leave the fort and headed north for the Gallobalt farms, a trip 2 days north. On their way, they met a strange creature that looked like a coyote with dark fur, completely dark eyes, and multiple tails from different creatures. This creature proceeded to try and negotiate something, deals, whatever, with Kit and Thyme, communicating only with them, and for some reason branding the other people in the group as brutes. Neither Kit or Thyme were interested in chatting much with the creature, so the group continued forth to the farm, with Thyme keeping watch on their tail. Turning a corner after a rock that resembled an old man with a hunchback and a long beard, the group found the Gallobalt farms. They saw 3 big wooden houses in a vale. One of them, clearly the central one, being the bigger one, the older one. There was also a barn, animal pens, and all the other structures of a living, thriving farm. And everything with an appearance of being well taken care of. Good maintenance. Goats can be seen grazing around. A few plantations can be seen, which are just a few vegetable plantations and in small areas. Just kind of survival stuff, not really the look of an actual farm. And finally, a tall stone wall formation that seems to cut through the property to the west and seems to divide the family's land. Upon arriving, they saw a boy, some 10 years old, playing not too far away. They later found the boy's name is Alon. He was wearing a helmet way too big for his head, and as soon as he saw the adventurers, he just went off and started calling for his father, Nathaniel Gallobalt, a tall man who looks to be close to his 50s, wearing a large hat and just kind of well-kept, good-looking, but still pretty, practical clothes for farming. And he came to greet the adventurers, and with him came a group of adults who seemed to be a little guarded, but still receptive. And some came from the big house, some seemed to come from behind the rock formation. Nathaniel's wife, Ritana, wearing a turban and with an exotic complexion. Nathaniel's sister, Salisha, who also has pale skin, same as Nathaniel, and also wearing a large hat. Salisha's husband, Haran, a man covered from head to toe, who doesn't speak much. Salisha's son, Jensel, which I kept saying Jensen, but it's Jensel, a strong, good-looking young man wearing a leather cap that could be like the protagonist of a teenager TV show, and his girlfriend, which he has vocalized he wants to be married to, Vadrine, who is clearly the most open here, also wearing the freer clothes, the most smiling, the only one smiling right off the gate, and she's wearing a cloth over her head, but you know that she's a Dallin, a half-dryad, because you brought her sister here, Annabelle, who immediately started creating some confusion. Some chaos, I should say. The group, the group of adults introduced themselves and invited the adventurers into the biggest house, a large house with multiple rooms, which I should say retroactively, you know, looking in there, going to the dinner room, you guys see there's like a library or like a study with books in there, and a big kitchen, spacious kitchen, and some other rooms as well. And in the large dinner room with monster heads hanging from the walls as trophies, Ritana served them with like this wonderfully smelling goat roast. Nathaniel brought his amazing preserves, which he's super proud of. And after some work, the group was able to get Annabelle to pipe down a little bit and stop bickering with her sister and her new family. Also, before heading into the house, Thyme asked Duke to walk around and communicate with the other goats and see what's up, getting some information. So far, the group asked if anyone had any memories altered or had any mind effects happen to them. And although the official answer was no, Thyme caught Jensel flinching and looking to the side. The group also asked about burned plantations, which was a scratched part in the note in the fort. And Nathaniel said it was mostly just the goats, and averted his eyes, which is off-brand for him. And finally, our group decided to go take a walk around the property, accompanied by Jensel and Vedrine. And this would be where we are now, but first I wanted to go and take care of a couple things that I left to be taken care of with Grun that we spoke about off-screen. But I wanted to take care of that on-screen. So first of all, I wanted to ask Lamoy to describe to us the process of making his staff.
Right. So Grun has been carrying with him a piece of the corrupted oak where the Dallons lived, originally intending to make a wand. But at some point, when he started looking at his schemes and like, not his schemes, like his schematics and designs, he saw something else maybe appearing there. So he enlisted the Dallons to make the piece grow inside kind of a guiding structure, so it could become a giant staff instead of simply a wand, shaped like a big painting brush. Sorry. And yeah, so it's a huge staff with, painting brush on top, like those the hair coming up from top.
The bristles.
Yeah, and I ended up using the crystals that we got from the cage, the ones that I managed to salvage. And there was something that Alex told me that I might have discovered in the process. I'm not sure, but the basics of it is that it channels energy and amplifies it. Like each one does one of those two things, which is exactly what the staff does mechanically. So I thought fitting, like including them in the thing. So it has like these two crystals kind of wrapped around by the growing wood of the staff.
So yeah, I have it written here that you succeeded on the test, I think, off screen.
Yes, yes.
For this, but I just waited to tell you. So the crystal ball, right? The tiny crystal balls, they're just kind of receptacles for arcane energy, or they seem to be able, to be used as like a focus, for example, right? Like they let energy through to be transmuted into effects. The pink crystals, which are more uneven, they seem to be like a crystal as if taken from, the earth kind of thing, more uneven, maybe a little bit cut into a shape, but actual crystals, they are almost like batteries. They have some energy into themselves. And so, yeah, totally fitting that you use them on an arcane staff, which is a pretty powerful item that has the effect of 2 items, right? So, if I'm not mistaken, it raises your DC by 1 and your spell attacks by 1. Is that what it is?
No, it's DC. Yeah, it's DC plus 1, and the maximum amount of mana I can cast to a thing. So
instead of just plus 4 MP per spell, you can use plus 5.
Yeah, I think it's that. I'd have to check again.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The limit and the DC are increased. And, well, since I was there and I had some spare time, first of all, I bought some clothes. Because I like the Zardu ones, but they're more like stay-at-home clothes, So I got some new gear. Like a traveling suit that's covered in arcane glyphs and stuff. It's obviously red. But...
Really
it's pretty much a mystic robe. Oh no, I'm way off the reserve now. And a mask that I was kind of envisioning for a while, but I'm not really a tailor. So I asked Belinda to maybe craft something, not necessarily craft, but modify something for me. And it's pretty much a mask made out of tiny insect shells, like the carapaces of tiny insects. And it's kind of like a mail, but made of that. And it just leaves, it covers my face completely except for tiny red eyes that you can see through the several red insects. It's kind of creepy, and it's intended to do that. Yeah, so that's the weird dude that's been traveling with you. And with my spare time, I'd like to try and make some items for my friends. Well, if they even consider me that. So yeah, first of all, I have 2 days, and I want to make 2 consumables. So each day for one of them.
Right. All right, we're gonna roll those now.
Right. We have the DC is 15 for that. And first I'll try to make a consumable called cemetery dirt, made from the Wandering Cemetery's earth, which I collected. So I failed. Wait, but there was that little dude that helped, like when I was making the stuff, like the little robot. Does it do anything for alchemy?
Sure.
Or only? So I passed.
So you passed by the skin of your teeth, sure.
Yeah, he helped me not, drop the cemetery dirt in the forge or something. Thank you, tiny dude. And now I want to make essence of a mana essence.
Trying to help the group. Here we go.
Okay, now I did it.
Okay.
So
the tiny dude being the small golem / automaton that Dr. Vesper left behind.
Yeah, the doctor gave him.
Belinda.
At some point, I would have tried to give the mana essence to Kit, if you could maybe put on her inventory.
Sure.
And the cemetery dirt to Time.
Okay, explain to her what it does. Or no,
Right.
I don't know.
No,
I'll be
would,
honest.
'cause
I don't know if
she's-
Time's ever gonna let you get like just you two alone. She would immediately
No,
be
I
like,
would
no.
give it like at some point, like during some breakfast or something, like just
Or like if you
give
give
you-
it to someone else to give it to me, but
I might give Belinda actually because I'm working at from her workshop, so maybe I'd say just can you slip that towards her? It's just something that might be useful, but she doesn't really want to talk to me right now, so I'm just trying to help. Oh, and make sure to explain if you would what it does.
So, yeah, some days, Belinda just like says, "Hey, Time, come over here a sec."
all right. How can I help you?
Somebody who cares about you asked me to give you this. And she puts some mana essence on the table.
No, the cemetery.
No.
That's what I said. In another dimension.
Oh, what is it? Looks like dirt.
Well, that's
Very
because it is.
perceptive.
So it's a little tiny bag of cemetery dirt, magically infused. Basically, whenever you cast any spell that deals damage, you can, before of that, you can like use a movement action to grab that and have that in your hand, and basically just adds 1d6 of necrotic damage to your spell.
This is a little bit twisted. Who gave it to you?
Somebody that cares about you. Look, don't worry about it. It's a thing.
I'll trust you, but we'll see.
Want to test it? It's
Try it out.
Just
See if you
a
like
minute.
it. Maybe it's fun.
so and Kit, I don't know,
She'll
just same
put it in her
thing.
bag, but
If you can put it on her inventory, I don't know, just so
Yeah, I
don't
put it
forget
there, don't worry.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So I have new clothes. I was talking to a guard, I think. Was that like relevant to something?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Okay, we can
if
come
it
back
isn't,
to that
it's fine.
really
Really
quick.
just
there's the guard with the talking to the sword.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. Maybe I don't know. If it's nothing, it's fine. Just let's go. But if it's something, I might want to,
So you told me back then that you were like painting cool stuff around the fort, about you, about the stories you heard, and you did it inside and outside. And for doing it outside, you happened upon Moira, who is one of the guards with long golden hair. She seems to be very like, trying to be super, super, I don't know how to say, like square. Not really uptight, but she just wants to do like everything right.
Mm-hmm.
And you happen upon her, not maliciously, but she's just like, she doesn't hear you because she's talking to her sword. And like,
Is it talking back to you?
sorry, I broke down. Let me see. Oh yeah. She's just holding it like this, right? Like the sword down like this, talking to the sword, and you ask the question, she goes, "Ah!"
No, sorry. Oh,
Throws the sword up, goes to catch it, and realizes it's a sword, lets it fall. Then it falls, and she's like, looks back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there. And she like starts to straighten her
Sorry,
hair.
I totally. Yeah, it's just a joke. Sorry, I'm bad at this. It's all right if you were. By the way, I talk to myself all the time.
She like stops and goes, "Oh, sorry. That's how I talk to Kalmir."
I understand that. And actually, Grant comes very like ashamed of interrupting that. Actually, so yeah, I think I go like.
No, she like grabs her sword.
I'm so sorry to have disturbed you. I mean, you were in the moment of worship. I'm sorry. That was very inappropriate. Don't mind me. I'll just keep on doing the sightseeing around the outside of the. Yeah.
See, she was about to like walk in with you, and she goes, no, yeah, sure, totally. I guess, yeah, I should be like on the lookout, right? Yeah, okay.
No, I'm coming back right now. If it's all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Give me a diplomacy check real quick.
Okay. My bad charisma thing. Yep, tracks. 7.
Yeah, she's a little bit awkwarded out and doesn't really say anything else.
Yeah, I'll leave her be. So yeah, before we leave, just to wrap it up,
Just give me an insight check really fast.
13.
You see, she's troubled. Like there's something in her worship that is troubling her. She's confused about something. She was a little like she was complaining. She was a little bit flustered, like frustrated in some way.
Before I arrived.
Like she was asking questions of the sword, and you didn't hear what she said, but like in the tone of like that maybe you would recognize as like, what do you want from me, kind of thing.
Right. Before we walk in, I just say, sorry for making a joke about it. If he's not answering, you might need to listen closer. They're not usually direct about this stuff. There's not much point in expecting a straight answer. At least that's my experience. I don't know Comir as well as you, but gods.
She kind of stops. You see, she like her cogs, her wheels working, trying to gauge you. Like she never caught you as a worshiper. She's like, oh,
good.
Yeah, you see her thinking like, what? Who does he worship?
Wait.
Interesting. But makes no assumptions and just goes, thank you. Hadn't thought about it that way. But thanks. So I guess I'll just slow down and try to listen closer.
Good luck with that. I leave her, and before we depart, I'd like to talk to the Dalan kid, the younger sister. And I tell her, while we are out adventuring with her sister, I have a mission for you. It's a very important one. I heard that they are scattered throughout this keep several snippets of fantastical tales drawn all over the walls.
What?
Your
No way.
quest, your quest is to find them all, and you see they are discreet, small, because the point of them is that people such as yourself complete it.
I get to use the paint you gave me.
Yeah. One day I want to see this fort all covered in beautiful images. So you do your best to link one drawing to the other and tell a story and make it a nice one.
I think I'm gonna have to learn how to make paint.
Well, you can have mine for now. I just acquired something a little bit more adequate to my needs. There's like huge paper issue. You'll get there eventually. Just
Yeah, she's like, what are you gonna paint with that? A whole house?
the word.
Oh, that makes sense. Cool.
Painted red. Okay. Yeah, Eileen. That's it.
Awesome, dude. Okay, we come back to the farm in the dinner room. And as one last recap of what Nathaniel said, to do it correctly this time, whatever comes is extremely bright, comes fast, and it comes from the sky. Also leaves fast most of the time. With it comes a deep hum, loud, that takes over the whole area. Obviously, dead goats. Goats show up dead. Some burnt, some just destroyed. The giant brightness shoots out fire, right? It's killed some of the goats this way. They don't know why they're getting attacked. Nobody's voiced any pondering yet, whenever their ideas yet. And yeah, you guys asked to go take a walk around the property, and he asked Jansel to walk with you, and you guys invited Badrine to go as well. So who's doing what?
I was going to mostly walk with those two and have them kind of show us some of the burn marks and things like that, but I'm also going to try to start quietly questioning them a little bit, being like, it's sort of really interesting that, everybody else had no idea what I was talking about with, the lights and how it might mess with your mind a little bit, but I don't know, I just got the sense that you two might have gotten a little bit more of where I was coming from.
Straight to the point. I'm assuming you're doing this outside, right? When you guys are already...
Yeah, no, as we're walking around, yeah.
Um,
and I'll let a suitable amount of time pass, but at some point I'm just gonna be like, eh.
You see that Jansel again kind of gets a little tight, he gets a little tight and he looks away, and actually Badrine starts talking. Actually, I have to ask you a question first. Who is there, and is Annabelle with you guys?
Okay.
Would she be with us? I mean,
You guys
I don't
took
know
her.
if anyone would have been able to stop her from going with us, but
Yeah, 'cause that's
if
the point.
Badrine's with us, then she's probably also with us.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm asking what
But
she would do because, there's no stopping it. So.
I would
Yeah.
also encourage, though, if she, every time we're like walking around, if Annabelle starts on another tirade, I'd probably try to indicate to Bucko, be like, can you go distract her with the goats or something?
And Vadrine says, look, I've created a connection here with the farm, and this thing's killing me. Every time it comes, nobody needs to tell me it happened, because I wake up completely exhausted with a headache. Like all my powers, I can't even do anything. I can't help on the farm. I can't make a single leaf grow that day. Every time. Somehow this thing is affecting my bond with Alejandra, and I don't know.
So perhaps, I've got two theories on that. So perhaps either something, because Alejandra, she's all nature and stuff, is, I'm assuming, metal and mechanics might, interfere with that.
And you see that she's like still. Give me insight checks, guys. Give me insight checks. Come on.
Everyone, or just
Well, that's a
What was
2,
that?
so that.
Yeah, I'd be there to take a look at the places where they were, like, see if there's anything magical. So
Crimson Void is like the
natural
kid
20.
when when a kid goes with their mom to a clothing store and the kid just waits. So I'm just waiting for the action.
2 natural 20s.
Nat 20, actually.
Yeah.
Boy, damn, 2 in a
Go
row.
team.
Spending them
Me
early.
and Grano, what's up?
Yeah, we are like,
They're a young couple, and
oh,
they're hiding something, and it's obvious to you. It's so obvious to you guys. But with the natural 20, it's obvious that Jensel, again, at the mention of mind-affecting things, looked away and didn't participate on what Vadrine was talking. And even as she was talking and being honest about her situation, which she's still not saying the whole truth about, as you guys can tell, he seems to know something about that as well, which he apparently hasn't shared with her. So there seems to be a breakage in communication kind of throughout the family.
Can Gran like see that Bucko saw something like?
Yeah, with a natural 20, you guys like look at them, look at each other, like, yeah.
So, I'm like, I try to separate them basically, like, and expect that Bucko like plays along, like, if they kind of keep engaging with her, and I'm like, wait, but dude, can you tell me something about this specific rock here, or something like that? So yeah, I'd be like, so was it that way? And I kind of guide him from the group for a little bit, because I thought I saw something blackened out on the grass over there, but I'm not too sure. I don't know these parts very
Meanwhile,
well.
Bucko's hanging back, being like, all right, so interesting. This whole thing about, you talked to your husband about that? Or, sorry, boyfriend? Not
Oh
sure
yeah,
what
we're
you're-
not married yet. We want to be though. If your friend wants to marry us, we'll take it. And Annabelle like starts huffing on the back, like.
And at
I
that
think
moment, I'll be
maybe-
like, no, go ahead.
I think maybe you might want a little closure with some family before our wedding, right? If you want it to be a joyous occasion.
Man, you
Bucko's
present
so
the
wise.
opportunity, and Annabelle just goes, "Closure! She's a traitor. She should come home and help us."
Anna.
And
Annabelle.
All right, Annabelle.
starts going
let's
off on
go
a
talk
I'm
tangent.
gonna
to the
need
goat.
you to do me a favor and breathe.
I breathe.
Like-
I breathe all the time. It's like she doesn't breathe
When you're
though.
talking, you're not breathing. So
Yeah, no, you're
how
not.
about you and me do a couple of rounds of some nice, deep, meditative breaths? You know, I don't know if you know this, but I used to lead some meditation sessions back in the day. I used to travel around with some folks, and he's just like starting to ramble now, and just like letting Gran do his thing.
At that outburst, I'll be like, okay, dude, be level with me. What's going on?
Huh? Oh, what? You want to see the goats? We buried them because we didn't want monsters to come over. Also, we didn't know if they would be tainted with magic or poison or whatever. We don't know what the hell is going on, so we buried them over there. If you want to go check it out.
We'll go check that momentarily. Just before that, what are you personally hiding? Please.
I've rolled 4 7s on this die today. I swear it's a d20. He tries to remain like he tries to do a poker face, and it's not good. He just goes, but what are you talking about exactly? Like, and he like adjusts his leather cap a little bit, scratches his head.
You know, your thoughts are transparent to me. I can hear them. I just want to give you the chance of telling me them yourself. I like to trick him. I can't read minds at all.
Are you? So did you like separate him from the group, or are you guys kind of still together?
Yeah, I'd be like trying to like shepherd him to something like as if I was asking, is it that way? And wait for them to be a couple paces beyond us and be saying that kind of as discreetly as possible.
You see, he goes like paper white. He's already whitish, pretty pale, but he goes paper white, even whiter. And
do I roll? Do I roll something like trickery, or is it?
No, what you said is perfect.
Don't give the DM ideas, man. Just go with it.
I want to test it. I have like plus.
Yeah, you want to roll for to see the result? Yeah, for sure, man. You have a new thing.
Is he trained?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, he's not trained. He's trained in farm.
29.
He goes paper, like I said. He goes paper white. See, he believes you completely, and goes no. Oh, and he like turns his back towards where the others are and goes, "Look, don't be suspicious of her just because her sisters are crazy, okay? I know Vadrina. I would trust her with my life. I do. I trust her with my life. Okay? Just don't be suspicious. She's." He's like, doesn't know what to say. Look, there's something, but she's innocent. I swear.
What exactly? We're just here to help. We came with her sister. She wants nothing but the best of her, although I admit she does show it in a, heated way. I just want to help her. I know you love her very much.
I do.
You're just trying to protect her.
Yeah.
But please. What's going on?
I don't know how, but this thing's messing with her. One night I woke up and I saw her standing in the middle of the room. And then I spoke with her and she didn't respond at all. And she seemed to be sleepwalking, but like hypnotized in a way. Something like that. And he looks back, like, make sure he's not, like, nobody's looking, as he's talking.
Bucko's, like, gesticulating wildly, talking, like, back when I was a storyteller, I loved, this Leo was a jungle cat that I told stories about all the time. So Leo, he had this problem where, and just, like, rambling on.
Tom's just kind of
Okay, we
letting
need a
you do
pod-
this, being like, actually, this is really interesting.
I was gonna say,
Taking
we need a
notes for
podcast
a
of
song,
Buckle telling
like-
stories.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Annabelle's like, rubbing her temples. But Jensel goes back and he's like, look, I don't know what it is. She had a pinkish glow at the back of her neck, under her skin. I couldn't tell what it is. There's something there. She walked around the farm. She entered the sheds. She then, just went back to sleep. And the next day, she didn't remember anything.
And you
that
didn't
night-
see her going near any of the goats or something like.
No. I followed her the whole night. She was unresponsive, but she was walking around.
Okay.
And that night there was no attack. And that next morning she could do her magic normally. She wasn't exhausted or anything.
So that time was not during any of the attacks.
No. But she's
Has
she's
there been
done
any
that during the
attacks
attacks
since?
as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't
Look.
I don't know what it is. I swear she's innocent. I don't know what's happening to her, but
We'll find out. That's the whole point of us being here. I'll be discreet about it, but I'll tell the more magically inclined companions of mine so we can see what we can discover about it before bringing it up to everyone else. Okay?
thank you.
And if anything else happens, you're the closest to her. Be sure to tell us. It's important for her safety.
You see, you say it's important for her safety, and he gets serious in that young way, and he goes "You got it, man."
Cool. Let's work together, man. So yeah, that way then the goats were right. Let's skip us.
And so then all the other jungle cats realized that even though they loved and supported Leo and wanted him to be with them, Leo had to go his own way. And that didn't mean Leo loved them any less. It just meant that they had to lead the lives they wanted to lead in order to be happy. All right. I kind of clock Grant coming back, and I'm like, so anyways, right, so breathing.
Am I Leo in that story?
You seem a bit calm. Are you cool, Annabelle? How are you feeling? Let's check in.
Give me a diplomacy check.
That was a great story.
Again, a podcast of Buckle
Very
telling
sorry I
stories.
missed.
Why would you
I
think
get to the
this
end of it and I'm
beautiful
what?
story
Can you
with
tell
a
me later?
check?
Diplomacy.
It's.
There's a bonus involved, okay?
I hope there is a damn good bonus.
14.
She kind of breathed you see, she is calmer. She's trying to not be, but she is calmer. She's trying very hard to be pissed, but it's hard to be pissed at Bucko, especially when he's telling a cool story. And she goes, "Well, sounds like Leo betrayed his family and left them to fend for themselves. But I guess I see a little bit more of Leo's side now." Kicks a stone on the floor.
Hey, and you know what? It hurt your feelings when, Leo went away.
Leo.
And that's okay too. You're allowed to feel hurt. But you're also, when you let go of that hurt, life will be a lot better for you and for the people you care about. And I kind of just pat her on the head.
She gets a little mad at that, but then kicks another rock.
Alrighty. So the cows? Or the goats? The goats.
Goats, right?
The goats were where?
Meh. Everywhere.
Can I sense anything coming from her? Do I don't know. I don't want to be staring at her the back of her head, but he did mention something glowing on the back of her neck, I think, right?
That's a perception or mysticism check, yeah.
please, mysticism. 28.
Nice. Definitely something there
On her, like on her, or
on her neck.
like coming from her or on her neck.
On her neck.
Okay.
With a 28, yeah. But I mean, first of all, looking from a distance, you're not sure what it is. You think you would need to like inspect it closely, and even then,
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
it would be very hard.
Are you saying like maybe surgery would be involved in this? Because I'm not doing that.
It's an option.
Right. No, yeah, no. Where's time right now?
Time's just in the middle of this, like listening to all this interfamily drama. Just
What happens if I approach her?
Approach time. Oh yeah, that's with time. I don't know.
Because the way I picture it is Time's kind of in the middle, and then it's like the sisters and Bucko. So you'll be walking into the whole group, and she'll just stare at you, but she's not going to say anything.
I try to whisper. I don't know what it is.
I mean, if you get close to her, then she's going to naturally cycle away.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like
This
I'm
is
saying,
gonna
if you
be
walk up to the group, she's not
very
going to move
hard.
away. But if you're trying to just talk to her, she's
No,
just-
yeah, I try to tell her something. If I approach her like to whisper, she would like piss off.
Yeah, I think her default would probably be to do that, unless it's. Yeah, I think she would just do that. Like, there's a part of me that
Okay.
thinks she might listen to you, but I think she's still salty right now.
We'll grumble and go to Bucko and
Look, he's so happy.
look.
Listen,
this
you
point,
worship
I've
a
just
god
been-
that wants to just make me disappear.
You don't know that.
I don't
It just
know that,
happens.
but that's what she thinks.
Look. Sorry, I'm frustrated. Not at you at all. There's something weird going on. I just got some info back there, and I just noticed something. I wish to get a second opinion on that. And Time, the other, mystically inclined of us here, just walked away from me, and it's hard to give her information discreetly if she does so. If you could maybe slip that into, any conversation.
What do you want me to
in
tell
private.
her?
So there's something in the back of the neck of what's her name again?
Of
Vadreen.
Badri.
Vadreen.
Like the
There's something on the back of Vadreen's
yeah
neck.
inside somehow, and it's magical.
Ooh.
I could feel it.
Okay.
The kid told me he saw her sleepwalking kind of a couple times, and one of those times he noticed something glowing pinkish in the back of her neck. If you get my drift. We've seen it
Got it.
before.
Okay.
I tap like the crystal in my staff. So
No,
might
okay.
be related. And anyways, second opinion and all, I just want to help. So if you can do what's best, I'll fuck off that way now and be very far away from you. Thank you. And I go saunter off.
I relay
Kicking
this
stones
to
like
Kai.
like
Yeah.
the other one is doing.
Man, a lot of people
shit,
kicking
this
stones after
fucking
talking to me
hypocrites.
today.
Yeah. But you, man, sorry.
No, it's all good.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
relay all this to Time
Okay.
to like.
I think Time thinks for a minute. I might have a idea. I don't know if this will be smart or stupid. And then I'm going to go over to Vadreen and Annabelle and be, so you both are very connected to, the earth and the grass and everything. They mentioned burn marks and burn spots with the pastures. I mean, Nathaniel said it wasn't as much that, but there's probably still existing spots, and maybe you two could give us a better opinion of, what's happening with the plant life there.
You see, you mentioned that, and Vadreen kind of like, oh yeah, no. She looks for Jansel, see it is a little bit further off, waiting to take you guys to the goats, and kind of like is looking for. Am I allowed to say? Am I not? She's like, no, it's just the goats. Yeah, maybe we can go check out the goats. I
mean, but I feel like that might be worth at least looking at a little bit. We can get to the goats later. I tend to speed up anything with animals, but this is really probably going to be more of your expertise.
She says, okay, sure, yeah, and then you can see the idea bulb lighting up above her head, and it's like, yeah, come this way. And she starts leading you to one of the vegetable plantations.
I shoot Bucko a look like, I don't like that.
I kind of shrug at her, like, do you want me to join you? Am I where? I promptly follow along after her.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody going to check the goats? Because if not, Jensel's just going to join you guys too.
So we can join the
Gran
goats
already
after.
said he was going to go check the goats.
after.
Yeah, I would actually go with him.
Okay. So you two go there. The three of you go check the plantation. Give me survival checks, perception checks. Yeah, or investigation.
I mean, if everyone's going, I'm going to. Survival, you said? Yes.
Can be survival. Sure.
20.
Perception.
17.
Wait, you went to check the goats. But I can use your investigation later.
13.
22.
17.
It's honestly not a hard check. She gets there. She goes, yeah. So this plantation here was burned, but I just kind of used my powers and brought everything back to life. So you can't really see, but it was here, kind of. I think you're better off really just looking at the goats.
I don't know, and I'm gonna kind of get down and try to look really close to try to get her to do the same thing. Like, I don't know, let's maybe we should inspect the dirt. Such a stupid idea, but this is what I'm doing. I'm doing anything I can to get her to bend her neck. Bend her head down and look down.
Yeah, and you see she goes like, yeah, I think it was over here. Like, she's lying. This dirt was not burnt in any way. This is totally fine. But she kind of points like in the middle there, like, yeah, look, kind of over here. If you look, you can see it. And she bends down. Are you just trying to get a look at her neck?
Basically, I'm gonna hover back up and try to get a closer look at her neck, because then I can kind of be hovering over her shoulder and just...
Yeah. You can see it, like, from up close, looking, knowing what you're looking for. And up close like this, you see it. Like, it's not pink right now, but you see something under her skin. Like a little...
Just, there, like a bump. Yeah.
Yeah, a bump. Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah. Vadreen, do you have like a bug bite or something like that on the back of your neck? I'm so sorry. This is obnoxious, but just...
Oh, yeah. I don't know what this is. It's kind of... Yeah. It showed up some time ago and... Yeah.
I mean, spitballing here, maybe right around the time the goats started going haywire, would you say?
Oh. Maybe.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe Kit could examine it.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was going to say. Would you like our friend Kit to take a closer look at it and maybe see if it's... it doesn't seem like it's hurting you, but you know, a bump is a bump. You should probably get it checked out at least.
Well, I guess she's a cleric. Yeah, sure. I guess I don't mind. And Nabel's looking from behind you guys like... Obviously get it checked.
We're handling it. It's fine.
I kind of pop over to Annabelle and put my hand on her shoulder again and kind of lean in and go, some people require finesse. That's all.
I'm so glad that Crimson Void decided to stay out of the investigation because he would not be discreet at all. He would be saying everything to everyone.
I don't know why he's not.
Yeah, so I'm going to ignore the fact that she just lied to us about this and try to escort her back to Kit.
Yeah. You take her back to Kit. Kit's like, oh, sure. Yeah, I'll look at it. And wants to roll a d20 for her.
I guess I'll do it. Yeah, should not. That was a 9.
9.
Does she have healing trained or something?
Can we help in any way?
Yeah.
She does have healing. Trained. She has a +9 to healing. You can help.
Probably
so she has an 18 right now.
Okay. Can I
with an 8
do a perception to kind of help her with that?
Yeah. I mean, to examine it, I think 18 is fine. She just kind of goes, I mean, I don't know what to say. There's something there. It seems actually to be a tiny crystal.
Just lodged in the back of her neck?
I think it was put there. You see Vadrine's eyes go.
Is there any kind of scar or anything on it to indicate it was placed there?
Yeah.
Is it easily removable, do you think?
Not easily. I mean, I can do it, but I'll probably need help.
I can help. I'm trained in healing. I got my sachet of herbs. For healing, not,
The other sachet, yeah. I mean,
you're very careful about
she'll
keeping
need
them separated.
She'll need some anesthetics, so, yeah.
I got 3 different kinds of herbs. What do you need? I got some cooking, I got some...
some healing, some other kind of healing.
Sometimes they overlap.
Yeah.
Kit, I think what Kit would say is like, yeah, I think I can do this. Probably. Maybe. I might need all 3 kinds, really.
You got it. I just
the herbs are not for you.
Oregano into her hand.
Oh. I don't know what to do.
Is this helping? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it helping?
I don't know. Okay, we should calm down before we do this. I put the oregano down.
I was going to say, why do I seem like I'm more qualified to do this than the two of you? Do you need like a calming melody? Like, would that help? I don't...
Yes.
It actually would.
Yeah, I'm down. Sure.
Great. And I'll go ahead and just use my inspiration, like
honestly,
cast inspiration at this point. I'm just going to do that.
We should probably do this inside though. And maybe maybe, maybe we should definitely get my utensils cleaned and sharpened and, put them in the fire a little bit to do the thing that the GM forgot the name.
Sterilize.
Sterilize.
Sanitize.
Sterilize,
Sanitized.
disinfect.
Sterilize.
Yeah.
Might be difficult to explain though.
Well, they have their own place, don't they? They have a bedroom. We just...
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Vadrine's like, yeah, we can go there. Yeah. And she's actually looking at Annabelle for like support and confirmation, like, is this fine? And Annabelle's like, it's fine for doing this. Like,
This is
cool.
finally the time the Crimson Void will get near Bucko and ask, "What are we doing again?"
Minor surgery.
Oh,
It's good. We'll be fine.
oh
It'll
I
be
can
working
perform
it
that if you
out.
want. I'm good at cutting stuff.
Are you good at precision
Minor.
cutting stuff, or are you just good at cutting stuff?
Yes.
Noted. We will let you know if we need you. Why don't you chill with Annabelle? You seem to get along well. She needs someone to help keep her calm.
I don't think I would be able to keep her calm though, but yeah, sure, I can try.
Or at least she'll distract her.
so you guys
Can I
go
help, Kit.
to the you guys go to the house. I'm gonna cut to
Go back.
Grun if he's
What's
not fighting his
going on?
camera.
What is happening?
Nope. Yep.
Nope.
No, yeah, no. I mean, well, okay. I'll stop moving it.
Alright.
Seems to be working, but the screen is all like this to me, so I don't know.
Oh.
If you're seeing me up,
We're seeing
it's
you the
fine,
right
right?
way.
yeah, so it's fine.
Grun, you go to where the goats were buried. You see this spot. It's like this huge, recently, dug up piece of dirt, basically. The shovel is nearby, and he says, "Yeah, this is kind of where we put them."
Side question: does this count as scimitar dirt?
No.
No, not the actual item, but the ingredient.
Sure.
It's good stuff. For analysis. And
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take a look around. How long are they here?
Oh, some longer than others. The last one was a week ago. Last two.
Okay, all the ones that were killed are here.
Yeah, we usually just
Right.
bury them here.
Could you help me with the shovel?
Oh yeah, of
Little
course.
arms.
And he grabs them and starts digging it up, and you see
Yeah.
it's like a scene from a teenager TV show, and he's takes his shirt away and gets sweaty and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking holes. You were thinking rom-com. All right.
Yeah, I did not watch those, but okay.
Me neither. But
I'm like, am I in Supernatural or in a drama? Like, what's going on here? There's an overlap here somehow.
it's like
Okay.
Twilight without vampires.
Yeah. Until now.
Or is it?
Or is it? Okay.
You guys.
So, yeah.
He digs them up, and you can make a test for us.
Can it be that investigation I did back there when I thought I was being called to roll?
Yes.
Because I want to understand, like, roughly what killed them and how long between each one. Like, if it seems to be like this one seems a couple of days, this couple of weeks. We'll see if there's a pattern to it.
How much you get in investigation?
20, dirty 20.
A lot of them are really old, and even the newest ones are already kind of old because they've been buried for a while. One thing is obvious to you. Some of them died burnt.
Mm-hmm.
You find some cracked bones, but you're not able to tell if it's because the way of they've been handled since, or what happens to them.
Okay. Are there any like bite marks to the bones, like to the older carcasses?
You're like unable to tell.
Claws and stuff like that. Okay. Well, they are dead for a while, I assume, so all kind of rotten and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty disgusting.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I see fellow bugs here. Hello. Yeah, wait for them to approach, I guess.
You look around, you see that they're going to Vadrin's house.
Oh. Okay. Right. Do you? I asked him, like, is there any pattern to this happening? I don't remember if your dad mentioned.
Yeah,
like a
so
kind of schedule.
We've not been able to surmise any patterns. Like, sometimes it happens twice in the same week, sometimes twice in the same month, sometimes not. Doesn't happen.
Right.
So it's hard to tell.
Do you remember anything else happening that coincided? Maybe not at the time, but like the day it happened, it rained, or something that's Singman connected?
I mean, it was raining one time.
Right.
Honestly, no. Besides the Vadrine walking up to the brightness and disappearing for a bit and then coming back.
Okay. Yeah. Look. I already told my colleagues they seem to be going probably do something about what you saw discreetly.
Oh.
But maybe we should be with her if she needs some reassuring.
No, totally. And he like starts walking off to his house.
I stay with the goats. I don't know. I'll just be a while here, just staring at them.
You're just gonna take your time.
Yeah, before I join them, I'll be a while there, like just trying to, I don't know, make sense of what he told me and of what I'm seeing there.
Okay, sounds good. As we cut back to the house, with Kit shakily bringing up her scalpel, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We will see you in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. So, during the break, I have asked Natalia, who is not playing with us today, to give me some D20 rolls.
Why? Her rolls suck.
She has rolled for the operation. She sits down with Vadreen, near a window with her implements ready. You guys take your time, get some towels, everything ready.
He has
You say to Annabelle.
inspiration.
Annabelle is very like, "What?
Can I
Is there
help?"
anything else I can do to help?" Like she's like really wants to help. Nachi also told me that if it was important, she would cast guidance. So I will give her that. Let's see what it does.
It's kind of important, yes.
Okay. All right. So she gives herself guidance. She gets to roll twice. So I'll use the best of the first two rolls. And she's gonna use healing to try and remove the thing from Vadreen's neck. So you guys can inspect it. And she says, "Guys, I'm gonna do my best, but it's gonna be hard. I need some help.
I'll definitely help.
So whoever wants to help, however you want to help, tell me and let's start rolling." This is definitely a high stakes thing.
Okay. I think I'm just kind of like instructing Kit on practical healing stuff because I don't know magic stuff. So I'm kind of like, all right, so if we lance it in like with a really sharp implement, really thin line, and like kind of like from like things he's remembered he's had to do like in the field.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, give me a healing roll.
Okay. $25.
Nice. Cool. That gives her a +2. Just to be completely open here, she rolled a 13. With her +9, that's 22. With +2, that's 24. With inspiration, that's 25 as well.
All right.
I'm just there playing music, but if I can do a performance check to keep her relaxed.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me double check what my modifier is for performance before I
Is
roll.
Crimson actually helping
Okay.
somehow? Is he just...
Oh yeah,
he's doing
no,
something
I'm
very
helping
important.
on a
the
very
time dice.
important and vital manner. Crimson Void is
Okay.
staying the fuck out of the way.
30,
And making
20.
an amazing meme.
30-20?
For performance.
Nice. Yeah. So that's 27 for Kit's healing test.
Is Annabelle there? Maybe just telling us additional things we don't know about
You see that
the anatomy.
Yeah.
Annabelle is doing what Crimson is doing. She's trying her best not to get in the way after this starts. You can see in her face, she like half of her wants to scream at you guys for cutting her sister open, and half of you want to scream at you guys not to mess it up. So she's just staying away. But with Time's soothing music and Bucko's soothing presence and help, and Kit's magic and her connection to her god, she's able to successfully extract the crystal from Vadreen and like sew it up, get it all together. Looks fine. You can see that Vadreen's pretty spent by the situation, but you guys got the crystal out.
You forgot to mention Crimson Void soothing, not presence. No.
Soothing absence.
Lack of. Is it like the one we saw? Like this? I'm not there, but just curious.
It is a pink crystal. It's slightly different than what you've seen before. It seems like more work was put into this. And inside it, there seems to be tiny things in there. You can't quite tell. And very minute runes that you also... Like, this would be a test to understand what this is. To be, again, completely clear, this is either a engineering test, a craft engineering test, or a mysticism check to figure this out.
Well, since I'm in the room, I'll take a look. I don't remember how good my mysticism is. I don't think it's very... Yep, I am trained on this. Okay. That's a 14 total.
No idea.
Yeah.
Whenever I get there, I can take a look.
Probably just, without really looking at anyone, go, yeah, we should probably show this one to Gran and just... I'll leave the patient to rest and take my leave, and I'm gonna go talk to the goats.
You see Annabelle actually comes over to Bucko, and she says, can I borrow some of your herbs? Just I want to stick around with my sister and help her recover.
For sure. You're gonna have to specify which kind of herbs you want from me.
The healing ones. The healing ones.
Right. Got it. Okay. Bucko goes into his back and gives her some medicinal herbs.
Cool.
And just sort of points one out and goes, "This one, we'll put both if you want. If you want it." Just saying.
Like,
if you eat it versus if you smoke it, different effects. But yeah.
She's again trying to be mad at you, and she just can't. But yeah. No, she's not taking any equipment from you. It's purely roleplay. Yeah, you guys are free to take your time. This takes a long time. I would say it takes about the same time as Grun staying for a long time with the goats, trying to up his success on his test. Like, I'd say you guys got here pretty early. What's that?
There's a movie, Men That Stare at Goats, and I just had a stupid thought of bugs that stare at goats.
Bugs that stare at goats.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. You see, it takes you a long time as well, Grun, to puzzle this together. The bones are scattered. Like, some of them, you think they even like cut up to throw in this spot, and so it takes you a long time of investigating and looking around. Basically, you're choosing 20, and also takes a while for the operation. So I'll say it's starting to get to like maybe mid-afternoon, like 4 p.m. ish. But what you like come to the conclusion is some goats were thrown against hard things. Like, some goats were bodies are broken, as if they were smashed somehow, as if they smashed something big, smashed into them, or vice versa. Some, like I said, were died by fire, were burnt. But you also find clear cut, like sword cut marks and stabs. And you also find bites.
Does it it's weird. Does it seem like it could be like the older ones could be some something related to the chupacabra we dealt with? Because we've seen other goats, I assume. Or no, we didn't, because he ate them all, right?
No, I thought we
chupac-
found the drained bodies.
Right.
Exactly. So drained bodies, and like puncture marks.
Not the same thing here.
Not
Okay.
the same thing. The bites are big
Okay.
too, so it wouldn't be like a coyote biting these things.
Right. Just a thought. Are they big enough to be like the creature that we met on our way here? The one with
No,
different
the
tails?
creature you met
Not-
on the way here was this like coyote sized.
okay. Right, so something big with sharp teeth and a flamethrower. Okay.
And swords.
And swords.
And some
Right.
of them was smashed.
Also, are them like my dog just knocked over something? What I was trying to get at was, are they like more than one stuff? Like each goat is just one thing, like died by only one thing, or are they like crushed and burned, or slashed and bitten off, or it's just like, oh, this one has been bitten, this one has been torched, stuff like that.
It's, I'll say mostly separate, but maybe
Some overlap.
some overlap.
Okay.
Like I would
Yeah,
say
okay.
you'd maybe find overlap like in between fire and bites and sword.
Okay. Yeah, I make a mental note of that and go back.
Okay. On your way back to the house, are you guys leaving the house or are you staying in the house?
I leave the house.
Okay.
I think I stay with the sister just while she's healing up, just to like be a calming presence and also help her heal. So
You see that Annabelle kind of switched gears. She's in mom mode, so she's very like calm, and she's like, now we're taking care of you, like, and
okay.
and Vadrine is very much like, okay, so they're fine. Like,
Aw.
yeah.
Okay. Then cool. Then I think Bucko will just follow Time. I think Bucko's kind of keyed into Time and Kit shouldn't go off alone and aren't comfortable going off alone necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. You guys step outside, and you know it's like around 4 p.m. You see Grun coming over to the house. You also see Duke. He's somewhere a little bit off, closer to the entrance. He has his two front legs on top of a goat who is lying on the floor, and he's just there eating.
I want to go
Picture of
check
it by
on him.
submission. Okay. He's learning.
What was that time?
I was gonna, if Gran wasn't gonna say anything, I was gonna go. She's gonna go walk over to Duke and just be like, so how's the investigation going?
And Duke goes, I have defeated him. He who did not believe I could be a warrior, lost in the fight against me. Man. No.
We need to have you stop hanging out with Crimson Void. This is not the mission.
Asserting dominance first. I mean, it's a strategy.
You see that another goat just comes around and says, he didn't say he didn't believe you were a warrior. He just said he didn't know what a warrior was. Duke says, I'm a warrior.
No, he knows.
Warrior is a warrior. I am a warrior. Do you not believe me? And then, like, Duke takes a couple steps back.
Nope. Just, hey, detective, not warrior right now. All right.
I have never been so proud of a fictional character my whole life.
Bucko's only hearing, like, maybe one side of this conversation, if that. So he's just kind of chilling, like, braiding grass together, just waiting for time to, like...
Duke, did you talk to any of them about anything weird happening before you started beating up the other goats?
I lost track after I tried introducing myself.
Damn. All right. Have you noticed, just you walking around, have you noticed any burned areas?
That's another 7 on this die. What is going on? It says nope.
Okay.
Not that I've seen.
You know what? Why don't you go hang out? God, should I have you hang out with Crimson Void again? I think I don't know who had his sunglasses, but I'm going to return the sunglasses if he has not been wearing his sunglasses. Just be like,
He just looks like a very cool goat.
all right, come out to the pen. Just, go stay with Crimson Void. I'm gonna go talk amongst the goats, I guess.
Duke goes back to hang out, yeah. The other goat's like close to you being like, he's crazy. He's seen some stuff. I'm bad.
I drop a little, like, grass crown onto Duke's head
He seems a bit wiser.
as he walks up.
And I'll reiterate
Kinda like-
to Bucko.
What's up?
Duke decided he needed to prove he was a warrior instead of doing exactly what we told him to do. So I'm going to go.
No respect for authority. So
Well,
but,
the whole thing is
we
they didn't
figured-
know what a warrior was. It was less like they didn't believe that he was a warrior, more they have a very limited understanding of, reality.
No, for sure. I meant Duke has no respect for authority, which, like, makes sense because Crimson's kind of...
Yeah. I'm wondering if he's become a bad influence on him, but also I really, who else wants to babysit the goat?
I'll try chilling him out.
Yeah, maybe
I
balance him.
I toss Duke my pipe and we, like, trot off. Right on, man, right on. Like, I have no way of understanding this goat.
Anyway, so are you talking to the other goats then?
I'll start walking around and I'm going to start looking for burned areas because that's a thing that people keep avoiding and I want to know why. And also questioning the goats about the burned areas and about what they've seen when these instances have been happening.
You see, you start talking to one of the goats, and a couple more start, like, getting curious and coming over. And they're like, oh, you speak. She can speak. Yeah, she can speak. Oh, that's cool. Oh, the other one could speak. Yeah, but he's mean. No, but she's cool. She looks cool. Are you cool?
Wait, other one could speak. Who is the other one who could speak?
Oh, the goat.
But okay, but he was also a goat, so you would expect a goat to be able to speak goat.
No, we didn't know we could speak.
Oh, God.
Like the Central Hill goats will evolve after
You've awakened
Don't do
awareness
this, like,
in
yeah.
these goats that are being raised for food.
Wow, yeah.
But so, what do you ask them exactly?
Right, you live here. Have you noticed anything different with like the grass? Like any grass that's gotten really like burnt and not delicious anymore?
Grass? No, grass is fine. Grass is fine. No, yeah, grass is fine. No, that stinky thing? This stinky plantation? No, this stinky plantation is caught fire. Yeah, caught fire. Yeah. Bright light in the sky. Bright light in the sky. Put fire on the stinky thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. Can you take me to the stinky thing?
Oh yeah, stinky thing is behind the rock. Yeah, behind tall rock. Tall rock. It's burnt over there. It's burnt. It's getting dark. Might be dangerous. Oh yeah, dangerous. Bright light comes in the dark. Fire. Dogs. Fire. Oh, the dogs are big. Fire.
What do the dogs are bigger than you? Yes.
Very big. Yes, very big.
Great. What do the dogs look like? Like, what color are the fur?
Oh, black, red, fire. Oh yeah, they look like fire. They smell fire. Yes. So they have weird smell. Yes, weird smell.
Got it.
They bite. Yeah.
Take me. We'll go quickly and carefully. Show me where the stinky thing is, and I'll bid you a good night.
Cool. You see, you go with them, around the rock. You see now some of the family members are kind of trying to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Are you gonna do that blatantly, or are you gonna try to like sneak over there?
If I notice them noticing me, then I'm going to try to pretend like I'm going around something and then sneak.
Okay. So yeah, I would say it could be either like trickery or stealth check.
Well, definitely doing stealth. Yeah, trickery's not bad, but stealth is much better. What is with me, Rollins? The sevens are spreading. Okay, so that...
I'm telling you.
19.
19. Not a 7, just a 9. Okay. You're able to go around unseen or unnoticed, and you see a pretty big plantation behind the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a giant like natural rock formation, just like juts up and kind of cuts the property. You see the terrain here is not quite swamp, like marsh kind of, it's not a swamp, it's not smelly in any way like that, but it's just like pretty wet terrain. Seems to be pretty close to the river. And yeah, like now it makes sense to you. Like this is called a farm, but it had pretty small plantations that looked to be more for like existence and providing for themselves. And this is a pretty big plantation of some plants. Can give me a knowledge check or a survival check if you're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, knowledge is definitely knowledge. And yeah, I'll definitely be, even if I will probably grab at least a leaf to bring back to Bucko to be safe, but I'll try to see what I can think up. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you've been in cities, you've seen the worst of cities. This is, how would we say this in English? I'll let you tell me how you say this in English. I'll just write it down here in the chat.
Akbold? I'm not sure.
Akbold, sure.
Just yeah. I don't know if Giselle has it.
I've heard Akbold and Achbold and Ashbold, but Akbold sounds good. No, Akbold is a herb, I think, that is usually mixed with wine or chewed. And is basically the like one big drug in the setting of Arton. It's illegal. It's highly addictive, super hallucinogenous, and yeah, this is what the dragon was asking for money to buy.
No, I was going to mention Elmer.
Right. So since I know what it is, I don't grab any for Bucko.
When you look around here, you do see swaths of the plantation burnt. You see straight lines, especially because you fly. You see straight lines cut through the plantations, and you see damn it, forgot the name in English, but like a place to like store
The
a storage place for these
Okay.
for
Barn.
whatever they
Barn or
yeah.
something.
And you see that it also has burn marks on it. It's been mended in a way, not fully fixed. It's still standing, but it was badly burnt as well.
Interesting. Time's gonna take that in, clock it, and just get out.
Okay.
Who had the crystal? The one you removed from her.
Probably Kit or Bucko.
That's right. They would bring it to you.
Kit. Yeah.
She would bring it to you if she kept
I would
it.
be
Yeah.
like, oh, what's
So yeah, you look at it and it's similar to the one you have, but it's like
Right.
seems more work went into it. It was like cut a little more in the specific ways. Maybe it was a bigger crystal to begin with, and you see that inside it has some tiny things you can't quite tell, and some runes in weird ways. So again, it would be either craft engineer or it would be
she'll have
mysticism.
mysticism. It is
I don't think anybody has
28.
28. Oh, actually, yeah. With a 28,
I mean, I worked with it before.
you've worked with it before. That's true. And also, one of the things you can tell is that if it was still in her neck, it would be very hard to tell what it is exactly. But since you guys got it out, you're able to ascertain a little bit better. This is definitely magical. Definitely complicated, really complicated, in the manner of the complicated stuff you guys have seen before, just thrown around, right? And you're having trouble ascertaining what it does. It's like looking at it with your eyes. It's like trying to tell what the world's smallest, like, engine, like, clocks would do and how they work. Like, it's, you can't really see. You would need to, like, a microscope and to be able to see through things, and, you know. So you decide to use your third eye. And what you see, once again, befuddles you because it's so complex. The magic here, it looks to you, like the way you would describe it, is as if also the magic were like the runes were cogs in a complex machination that looks 5 times the size of the crystal. And you watch it intently, calmly, trying to see what it does. Some of them twitch. Again, this is kind of metaphorically speaking. And you see clearly that, one, it's static, like it's not doing anything right now. This is activated somehow remotely. 2, it works remotely. It's responding to something that is not here, that is far, potentially far. 3, this probably has some kind of dominate person spell on it.
Right.
Whenever this thing is on, you think it controls Vadrine, but not only that, and would make sense to you, they can see what she sees while they're controlling her.
Wow.
So, and that's what's crazy to you. It's like these machinations that just go into the ether and just receive this information.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Like, do I get a sense of bearing, like, where is it going, or is like into somewhere else?
Somewhere else. It's like it's a little bit like looking at a radio and trying to guess where the radio tower is. Like,
since it's not even activated, I can't like triangulate anything, right?
Trying to get a signal.
No.
Yeah. Does it look anything like it's conducing any energy that I recognize as being from the Tormenta? No, just straight up arcane shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like high level
or divine
arcane shit.
Is it? It isn't divine in nature.
No.
Okay, and by high level, it's like dominate person or any equivalent here is because I looked into it when I was building the character and I was like, yeah, no, it's not. Never mind.
I don't remember which circle spell it is in Tormenta, to be completely honest. But regardless, like taking it
upwards, like
taking it and creating a magic item that works at such a distance, and like also gives off information and sends visuals and like I mean, what the hell?
It's way too complex. Like even if I knew the spell, that's like way more advanced than that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell that to Bucko, who I assume is the only one who has to hear what I have to say at this point. So yeah, I try to explain it. Like it's pretty much controlling her, but I don't know how to even begin to explain how it does it.
Is it still controlling her even though we took it out?
Is it even possible? It's not working right now, but do I think that it needs to be inside someone?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work by, I show it to someone and it becomes my troll.
You think you could potentially try to snatch somebody? But
oh really?
But you're not sure. Like, and you think chances are much lower, much lower,
right? Then
because
being
it's not
inside someone. Right. We could do something here. Although I would not be the one to suggest it, but we might be able to test it out to see it in action amongst us. I would tell you to try that on me, but that would go very poorly for anyone who tried. My mind is weird.
Oh, God.
But maybe, yeah, it fights back. It's beyond me. Anyway, maybe time can try it on someone else.
You want time to put this random... oh, got it.
No, that's the thing. I think it might work without being implanted on someone. And we might see it at work and figure out what it actually does. But, as I said, it's a risk. We'd be experimenting with something that we don't fully understand. I would like for someone to do that to me, but I don't know if that would be safe for the person doing it. So I'm just suggesting it.
Okay, so
because I don't know if I can like shut off my power. Could I?
Which power?
Aberrant mind. If any mental effect like is targeted at me, I lash back like with my mind.
Already cause damage back. But
like I don't know if that's something I can like turn it off and on again.
We could make a check to allow you to not lash back.
But if I fail, I'll fireball the person in their mind. So
potentially,
maybe not. That's my point, though. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we should. Even though you can like, I wouldn't want to hurt anyone with that. That I don't want hurt.
So what do we do with it then?
I mean, we already did a lot. If this one's still inside her, who knows what could have happened? They can see through her eyes and control her actions. That's way more than I even knew was possible. Possibly,
so you want to
but
study
it can be useful.
So she was the one killing the goats.
I don't think so, but it's related. I checked. Is he talking to me, by the way?
I'm asking general questions to whoever wants to answer, including you.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, whatever killed the goats, unless she has something like really ferocious hiding inside her, I don't think she could do it. And I pretty much explained, like, there were like slashes from swords or something, some blade, and bite marks from a huge creature. They were smashed and they were burned. So it might have been something bigger. And more than one thing, mostly.
Well, good thing we brought Duke with us. He'll be able to prove himself in combat, finally. He's a warrior.
Have you seen the goats? Well, yeah.
Have you seen what Duke is capable of doing to someone else?
Yeah.
Right. Let's just not maybe do it as single combat. We can assist it. I mean, every warrior.
Me and Duke kind of had a shared a pipe, and he's kind of napping at the moment. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. He deserves it. Of course, he deserves some rest.
his little grass crown like hooked around one horn still like.
I mean, he did defeat some goats in single combat, so.
He did? Huh.
I'm not there, so you didn't hear that.
No, I didn't.
I want someone to tell him, though. Someone to tell Crimson.
He apparently challenged the other goats as a warrior, so we thought
goats can be very vicious, so I'm very impressed.
Yeah. So
when we first got Duke, maybe you don't know that, but Duke was kind of the underdog or undergoat, if you will. But now
he went
he's
from the goat
becoming
to the goat.
He's becoming very powerful. Yes. As predicted, as my design.
Oh man, we need a montage with like Hercules from zero to hero. Bucko do.
That's how we
That
can
sounds so
play.
That one's amazing. Okay. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just like this was used in a very nasty way, but you know, I'm partial to make people have a taste of their own medicine, if you know what I mean. Might be useful against whoever did this.
Sure.
But again,
I guess
it's your call. Your, like, the group call. Just venting out
Me
some
personally, I
ideas.
tend to draw the line at autonomy, but we can bring it up to the group, sure.
Okay. Either way, we should study it more and be very mindful of it being activated again. Yeah,
Should
definitely.
I not be touching it?
Hey,
Sure.
would it be dangerous to be like holding it?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Okay.
if, and here's the tricky part, you trust me, I can keep it,
Yes.
and if someone tries to do something to me, they're fucked.
You would know how to use it, so I guess.
I won't use it.
Are you
unless
asking
tell me
for
to.
it?
No, I'm saying I don't know if it's dangerous to hold it. I know I can resist it
God.
better.
I'll just wrap it in a Zardu shirt or something. That should do it, right?
Like, it's harmless right now.
Right now,
Probably.
yes. Probably.
Probably.
Look.
Jesus.
Like I said before,
With this message.
I trust your judgment. Just laying out the options. Just, you know, don't think weird if I'm staring at the thing on your back, because I'll be like trying to sense if it's activated. Because if they control you,
Okay,
I'm
what's
dead.
safest? Is it safer for you to be holding it?
I
Or
think
for
I
time to be holding
am
it?
probably either one of us, because we would have a better chance to feel it coming, maybe resist it. And
I'm gonna
well,
hand this to you,
right.
okay? And then when
Okay.
time comes back, we'll talk about it with time. Sound good?
Yeah, I know how this is
'Cause
going to go, but
I'm not
Yeah.
smart enough for all this, so
okay,
Is-
that's going to be a
if
tough
it's
talk.
maybe dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how to do magic,
Right.
so
My only concern is, do you remember Crimson that night? I don't want that happening to you or him or any of us. I just
Right.
want whoever has the best, who's best equipped to deal with it. If none of us, then we should bear it. I don't know. Just, that's all I'm saying.
okay. You have it for now,
Right? If
and
you,
then we'll table
need
it
it.
for later.
it's yours.
I'm good. I don't.
It's
It's just a random thing to me.
You guys see Salisha walking up to you guys. She's like cleaning her hands on her on an apron type thing. She says, "So what's going on? We're getting pretty much ready for dinner over there. If you want to start tucking in, you're free to stay with us. There's plenty of space."
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we might need just to debrief amongst ourselves, and we'll certainly join you. We'll be right there.
Well, alrighty then. Well,
Thanks a lot.
okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You both do get natural 20s for insight checks. So I'll just point out something that peeks at your guys' brains. Everybody in the family was wearing things on their heads, even inside.
Everyone in the family.
Was it covering their necks?
No, it's covering their heads.
Can I check her as she go?
Mysticism check, sure, yeah.
I did forget that from last week.
Are the hats like...
Natural 20, it's a 30.
I was going to ask if the hats are like super tall that could possibly, hide a cone head or something.
Or a kobold.
A tiny
never
little
know.
alien controlling them.
Yeah.
You never know. I saw this in a movie a long time ago.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
They
being
are
controlled
generally-
by fairies.
Maybe. In Narton, everything is
Entirely
possible.
Everything is-
Nothing magical there. But for a natural 20 on mysticism, on a very pale person,
Oh.
maybe she's not human.
Oh, that's
Wait,
okay.
did
Neither
we
are we.
just did we just guess that they were vampires?
No, you don't think she's undead.
Okay, not okay. Right, but not human. What could they be? Like, can I try to? Because there's something like. I know there's something like for knowledge and for mysticism that's like trying to know what a creature is.
Yeah.
And nature, I mean,
I
and
know.
mysticism, I think it's for undead and stuff like that. Could I maybe know something? Just ask.
Magical
I
creatures.
will just say, Bucko fully intends to ask over dinner. Bucko's clocked that and isn't smart enough to pick up on maybe don't ask directly. And he's
Maybe
like,
that's not polite.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Could they be like medusas or something?
So Ritana does have a darker skin and a more exotic complexion, and seems to have pretty puffy hair under a turban. And Salisha Salisha, Nathaniel, and Jansel and Alan, the kid, all have all have pretty pale skin. They all look alike a lot. They're also all covering their heads. You think there's something more maybe on the spirit side of things from
Right.
their family?
Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, I so wish I had a certain spell right now. Okay.
And Haran is just covered head to toe.
Still.
Right. So, I kind of nudge Bucko, and I'm like,
What's up?
they're not human.
Okay, cool. What are okay?
They
Is that
seem
a bad thing?
no. I mean,
Okay.
none of us are, but they seem to be trying to
I'm not.
pass as human,
Okay. Got
and
it.
maybe there's something there.
With the goats?
I don't know. I felt maybe they're just hiding. I mean, we just met, little
For sure.
purists here. I mean, they could be just protecting themselves. I don't know. Either way, it seems something otherworldly, I'd say.
Do we actually have vampires? Did we actually wander into Twilight? You said pale skin.
I'm fully thinking aliens.
No, yeah,
I'm
but they might
sorry.
be like kind of
I was thinking
angelic
aliens,
beings,
and then I was-
like celestials.
You
Or
were interacting with
who
them
the
in
fuck
the
knows?
sun, and they were not shining. So.
Yeah, they were not sparkling, so
Shiny.
that's crossed out.
Or
Yeah,
dying.
so I don't know, man. Just maybe
dying.
something otherworldly or spiritual. I sense the vibe definitely, but I can't put my finger on it. And did you notice they're all covering their heads? Might be something there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Like, do you
You
think that's
know,
a
'cause
religious thing or
I thought at
like a
first,
fashion thing?
right? But then like
Like, should I be
cultural, but
doing
then
that?
they maybe, but you behind you are horns, and then that got me thinking maybe they have horns.
Well, I was gonna ask. Oh,
Or something else. Like they could be Medusas, and I mean, maybe not the guys. I don't know how that works, but anyway, it could be anything under there.
well, you don't know until you ask,
Well,
right?
Well, that's the way of doing it. Yeah, sure. Just try to be polite about it. You know,
Oh,
people
okay.
ask me what the fuck I am, and it.
I wasn't
kinda
gonna say it
grating.
like that. Hold
No,
on.
I know. No. I totally get you.
That's
Just
fair.
you know,
For sure. For
people
sure.
are sensitive
for sure.
about it, maybe, and they're hiding it. I mean, I don't care. I'm proud of it, but you know, could be
Alright.
a
enough.
touchy subject. That's all I'm saying.
Got it. Well, you know, nudge me or something if I start
No, it's,
putting my foot in my mouth too much.
No, of course. Well, I trust in you.
Putting my hoof in my mouth.
So yeah, I think I'd wait for
I
everyone
shouldn't
to
joke.
come back.
Hoof and mouth is a very serious disease. Sorry, what?
So yeah, no, I think we should just wait and deal about the thingy, and I shake the crystal.
For sure.
So yeah, I kind of wait for time to come back,
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say,
holding
I think
out
probably,
the crystal, like
probably
not,
about this
like
point.
not trying
I
to
feel like.
conceal it in any way.
Sorry,
Maybe
yeah,
I'll be
I
back.
didn't narrate that, but you could have come back at any point. Like it's been a while since you've been
I was
away.
kind of waiting for them to lull and be like, okay, yeah, now I come back. Time comes in. Just
Yeah,
Most-
I'm like this.
is Kit in the room? That is gonna determine what I say.
She's there.
Okay. I'm gonna make eye contact with either Crimson or Bucko and see which one of them picks up on it and be like, I'm gonna get ready for dinner, I think. If anyone wants to come with me to get ready for dinner.
Wait,
Yeah, dinner
this
sounds good.
must be discussed. This thing here.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's weird, and I tell him.
Okay. I mean, that's really powerful stuff. Whatever is going on here has got to be bad.
So, but what to do with it?
Break it.
Do you want it?
See if anyone comes back for it. Because they're gonna know, like, next time they try to control her, they're gonna know it didn't work. So it might get, I don't know, more dangerous than it already has been. They might try to take action. I don't. All I know is I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay. Right. Should I keep it? Hide it?
Yeah. If you want to hold on to it, then hold on to it.
Sure. Just so you know, this might control me somehow. Fair warning. Just keep an eye on it. If you sense anything magical coming from me, see if it's that.
Okay. I mean, you understand this stuff. Like, I have some basis of this stuff, but you understand it better than me. So,
Right.
that's...
Also, I've seen that. Subdue me. Don't kill. If it turns me. I want to make that very clear.
It's not that. It's that because when you're talking like, if you see something magical coming from me, I'm being going. Crimson Void is thinking, who cares? Big deal.
Right?
Yeah, time a little bit had the thought of like maybe
Until
it'll
I
be an
start
improvement.
casting
I don't.
stuff, but sure.
So,
Yeah. I'm not dangerous at all. You can rest.
All right. If you seem any more mysterious and creepy and weird than usual, I'll make sure that Bucko knocks you out.
Cool.
You know, you really
girl.
just upped the factor with the mask and the suit. Like, you really just complete...
It's my culture to have a problem with it.
Yeah, I have a problem with it as someone traveling with you.
Fair enough.
It's in my
Okay.
nature to say
That's-
unintrusive and unnoticed when needed.
I see.
You know, I perform, so I can't be unnoticed all the
Yeah,
time. But, you know.
I don't have that luxury, sorry.
Right. Bucko or Crimson, or both of you, perhaps. I want to let you know about something.
I stay behind.
Okay.
And Kid as well, because she wasn't named, I guess.
So I found out what that burn pasture was. They're going Akvold. And I didn't want to say it
Here?
in front of Kit. Here. Massive pasture. Huge.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, they have a whole barn full of the stuff and they burned the barn. Somewhat. Didn't want to say it in front of Kit because I figured she might have, you know, I know her god is more lying versus legal, but if she just tries to outright talk to the farmers about it, they might not respond well.
When did the barn get burned? I'm trying to put a timeline.
I mean, I've got to think. I don't know if I've figured out a timeline just based on looking at it, but it has to be when Nathaniel put out that posting.
Right. So stuff had been happening before, you think?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I Goats gave me a little bit of information too. It seems like I don't trust this to actually be a dog, but they said there were giant dogs with black and red fur. So that seems
Would
to
that
be
sound
part of
familiar
it.
to me at all, or? Okay.
Just from mentioning it, no. Maybe like investigating the actual spot might help, but
But yeah, mostly I wanted to let you know about that, and that's why they've been acting all sketchy, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but...
Yeah, well, you know, we're not gonna, report them.
Yeah, no,
But,
I mean, not our business, not the reason for being here.
do you think it's worth going to look at it tonight? Or should we check it out in the morning?
I check it out in the morning, but I do think... I'm assuming we're staying here, and if we're staying indoors, we ought to have someone keeping watch outdoors with some kind of signal ready if something
For the flight.
happens.
Yeah.
I'll stay outdoors.
All right.
All right. Let me know if you want to switch
do you
off.
want to
We
do
could
shifts,
like
or do you...
halfsies. Yeah.
Me and Duke can stay up all night. It's fine. He got a lot of sleep on his nap.
I think he's still napping.
Well-rested goat.
Yeah, no,
It's a
I can
long
stay
day.
outside for the night. It's okay.
Also, if Boko, if you do want to tell Gran about the Akbald, it doesn't. I figured Kit would actually be the bigger problem, but
For sure.
it also would be a little bit weirder if I just left just her out.
Yeah, I get that. All right. I'll go fill Gran in and should all be kosher.
So when they leave,
Yeah.
I turn to Kit.
Hi.
Hi. I remove my mask. I get the
Thanks.
crystal. And I swallow it. And I put my mask back. Get close to her and say,
That's not
if
a very
they
good
ask,
idea.
what will you say?
Oh. I'm gonna have to tell the truth.
Do you? Do you have to?
Yeah.
Okay. And I leave.
Grant. And you leave Kit alone. To be fair, you're asking the GM to play the character.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's fair.
I really wish
think-
that she was here.
Yep.
I think I run into Gran on the way, like his way out and my way back in. I'm like, dude, I was just about to grab you. And like fill him in on.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah, no, I think we all go to dinner.
Okay. I'm not gonna take a decision for Natch. I'm gonna shoot her a message. Okay. You guys go to dinner. You see that Jensel comes in with Adrien and Annabelle. Nathaniel is at the table already. Ritana is cooking. Alan is also this time seated at the table. Haran is at the table, and they arrive, and Jensel and Adrien arrive, and everybody's like, "Oh, what happened? Did something happen? Wait, is she exhausted again? Like, did the bright light came during the day? What happened?" And they just kind of look at you guys. No, we did a thing, and just kind of wait to see if you guys are gonna take lead on the explanation, or if they should try to explain.
Kit just noticed a little, mark on her, on Vadrine, and we wanted to take care of it. It seemed like it could be a problem at some point, so we just, have cleric, will heal.
And Kit,
None of that was a lie.
I guess. Kit just goes like, and tries not to open her mouth. You go, oh wow, okay, and you see that Salisha kind of gets up and goes to check Vadrine. Like, you see that they really love her. They've really embraced her as one of their own.
I'm sorry. I
And,
thought
yeah,
that they might have, messed with her mind to make her join the family. I had that thought. I was like, did they brainwash this?
Yeah, it crossed my mind as well.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah, you guys sit down. Everybody's sitting there with their hats and head covers and leather caps, and the kid has a helmet. And they bring more food. Any questions or anything you guys want?
I do have a question. Is there soup?
Ritana says, I can bring you soup, sure. That's easy. Have some bone broth. I can get
That's
something.
very nice. On addition to what's here, not instead of, just to be very clear.
Sure.
We
Yes.
appreciate your hospitality.
Yeah,
thank
no,
you
thank you.
very
Thank
much
you.
for the food
No.
you've already offered us.
You know,
It's more
Crimson, you
than
can also
plenty.
have some of mine because obviously the food is bigger than I am.
But I still want the soup, please.
Yes, of course. Not to worry. You're a big man. You need the protein.
Exactly. What is protein? I don't know what it is. I just know that I need it.
It's for building muscles. You'll
Oh,
definitely
I need a lot
it.
of protein.
Yep. I think if I'm sitting by the kid, I'm gonna just at one point be like, I really like your helmet. Do you think it'd be too big for me?
He looks at you and goes, well, I think you could probably fit inside the helmet.
Now, could Bucko fit in the helmet?
Oh, hey. There's a reason I don't wear hats. My head's a little big for that. But speaking of which, let me know if this is a rude thing to ask, but you're all kind of doing the covering your head thing. Is that like a fashion thing? Is it like a religious thing? Am I asking?
Should we be covering ours as well, since we're
Yeah,
here?
like, should we be
Since we're guests at the
complying
table?
with... Because I just said I'm not a hat guy, but I'll do whatever,
Give me a diplomacy check. This can be aided by others.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna need help.
Why would I
Basically, like,
help when we're about to see an awkward moment?
Let's see.
This is basically like you guys'
Doesn't really
fine.
help.
nice. You guys is like good
Dirty
disposition throughout the day helping. You don't necessarily need to say anything right now, so
Yeah, I did not help. The twos have
I'm
struck
trying to
again.
find it. I always misplace something. I'm telling you.
Two
a
nines.
20 and 2 9s. Yeah.
And we're the diplomatic ones.
Did they get in the way? Did I help?
No,
They
yeah.
can't
So
see my facial expressions.
the new rules, you can't get in the way, but like helping is a little harder because it used to be 5x5, and now it's 10
Now
by
it's
10. So
10 by
10, 20,
10.
30. It's like +1, +2, +3.
Yeah, so he didn't help.
Yeah, you guys were one shy of helping.
It's okay, I got a strong back. I can carry us this time.
But 20 is pretty good.
As it should be, Bucko being the most charismatic between all of us.
Yep. Is he? Because I feel like the bard might be a little more
Yeah.
charismatic.
Also the sorcerer, and yeah,
Good charisma,
Oh,
but
yeah.
also the people who don't like and trust people.
yeah, exactly. Like if you
Okay,
want me
We're
to
very
scare them,
charismatic and
boy,
we
do I
hate
have-
people. That's how do we both
Do
build
I have a way
characters
We
to
use
that
your
scare them, but,
charisma
like-
for
people?
other things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we hate people, but we have great charisma.
So funny. You say that, and you see that there is a general, like, everybody just kind of looks at everybody, and then everybody looks at Nathaniel, and Nathaniel sits there with like this impassive face, like tremendous poker face, and you see that Annabelle was kind of like, started leading in now, looking at people. And finally, Badrine was sitting there. She's looking tired, and she says, "Look, you guys took me in and helped me a lot, and I want to do right by you, but I really think we can trust them. He helped me a lot today. I found out something today that I didn't know that was happening, and they helped me get rid of it." And she takes off her cloth that was covering her hair, and she has like shorter hair than all the other sisters, and amongst her hair, the other sisters had, like flowers or dandelions or some stuff like that. She has aqua growing in her head, from her head.
Oh.
Which is why she's hiding her hair. And you see that Annabelle's eyes grow, like she holds herself from saying anything, but she goes like, and then looks at the family, and Nathaniel just kind of goes, all right. That's like 2 revelations in one,
In a not discreet at all way, Crimson Void will lean over to Thyme and ask, "So, what's the big deal?"
I'll explain later.
Must have been the protein thing.
Definitely the protein thing.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, I don't know what you helped her with. She seems to trust you, and we trust her. I'll say this. If you're not okay with us, with what we do here, you can leave. That's fine.
We
I
can
just ask you to
leave. Sorry. I'm
gonna
don't
give
mean to
him
make light, but
he keeps his composure, but just by a little bit. He almost cracks up. He goes, yeah, that's it. He basically says, if you're not okay with that, you can go. You don't need to, but he doesn't want any confrontations or conflicts.
of course. I think we're all cool here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, the priority is just whatever's going on. I don't think it's just gonna stick to affecting your farm, so how I feel about what you're selling aside, I think we need to help you.
Also, like, laws are a weird concept for us. Sometimes we're with it, sometimes we're not. It's a matter of convenience. We don't really care about it.
Yeah, it's more the morality with me, but we won't.
No, I'm with you. I'm a nomad.
Yeah,
I'm used
laws
to more
are
than
one
one
thing,
type
but
of compass.
Well then, tomorrow I can show you where we actually have the plantation. You can see the burn marks there.
Sounds good.
Time's like, yeah, tomorrow. For the first time ever.
Yeah.
In the plantation.
Mm-hmm. New information.
Wow.
And he asks, so what was happening, Vadrine? What was happening to Vadrine? And Kit, who has been had this red face all the time, just goes, she had a mechanical device that was in the back of her neck and it was controlling her some nights.
That.
But not killing the goats, though. That
Yeah, we
that's
don't
a
think
different
so.
thing.
But probably related.
And you see that the kid, Alon, was like, just bursts out as well. Like, but it's not her fault. She's innocent. I saw it. She just goes into the bright light and then she comes back, but she doesn't do anything. And she's like, just like walking around. It's like she's not even there. And
How
everybody
often
just
does-
looks at the kid like,
You saw it.
How often
You little shit.
has she gone in and out of the bright light?
and the kid goes, no, I've only seen it a couple times. Jensel says, ever since I saw her sleepwalking for the first time, every time that we've had an attack, she went in and then back.
So it might actually be like a structure, not just, a glowing light. It might be light emanating from a thing if she can go in and out. Unless it's some kind of magical demi-plane, I guess. And I kind of look over at Gran like, I'm talking out of my ass here.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely could be. I mean, what are your magical skills? I mean, I don't really understand which ones are like in your nature and which ones you might have because you've learned or something.
Well, as Dowlins can help plants grow.
Right? Do you know any magic beside that? I mean, your sister seems very like a
Well,
promising prospect as an arcanist.
yeah, it's kind of her thing. No, I just kind of
Not for you.
we can just try to help plants.
Right. Because I was thinking maybe they were using your skills somehow. But
Oh.
I don't see how, controlling plants. And maybe you can help me with that. But I don't see how it ties into burnt marks and creatures being slaughtered.
I'll
I
have
have
you
no
know
idea.
Also the sword.
that one of the most powerful creatures we have in this world is a Dalan who is able to control plants. And I know this
No,
because she is the daughter of Arsenal. And she is
sure, but
probably the most powerful living being in Arton, I think. After Duke, probably.
yeah, sure, but I'm not doubting that they could have just
They're
just
powerful,
different
but-
natures of power. Yeah, one does one thing, and
Yeah.
what happened here is something else. And maybe that Dalan you're describing can do all that and more, but
It's very
just don't see why.
mechanical. It's not very, natural.
I mean,
It's
what is
everything.
power
It's
but
bestial.
the ability to command great violences?
right. But there are natures of violence. Like your violence is different than Time's violence, and they leave different marks. That's all I'm saying. And I saw way different marks than what the plants I know could do.
Maybe you should get to know better plants, man.
That's why I'm asking her. I mean,
Right.
If you explain to her what you saw,
yeah, I say that sword marks, like slashing. Like I tried not to be gory in front of the kid, but like I say, what things were involved. Although he probably saw it, but anyways.
She says, I mean, sure, there are plants that are sharp as swords, as hard as swords. Sure, there are plants that could crush things. Sure, there are plants that help with, like, fire magic, but
Right.
I don't know how to conjure any of those, and definitely not at the same time.
That's what I
Unless
assume.
someone else was piloting you.
Which apparently was the case, creepily, but still, I don't know. It would explain, me using my powers would explain why I wake up exhausted.
It almost
maybe
feels like
something
someone's
else.
running tests to figure out the best way to do things.
Everything I saw here, and if it ties in with anything that we've seen before, seems to indicate, like you said, that someone's trying out stuff. A scientist, an engineer, something like that. Twisted one, certainly, but still, they have a method.
You see that everybody's like sitting down to eat now and stuff, and Salisha's been sitting down and listening to all of this, and her face has been harder and harder to read. And there's like this dynamic between her and Nathaniel. But finally she just like gets up and says, I have a theory. And Nathaniel is like, Salisha, please. And Salisha
Let
just
the
keeps
woman
going.
talk.
Aliens.
Aliens. I've only mentioned this to Nathaniel, but I have a theory. I think we're being chased by a demon.
What kind of a demon?
Very specific. Why?
Because I saw it.
Could
I
you
just happened to
describe
be
it
there
for me.
close enough one night. I just happened to get close enough one night. And as I was trying to run away, I saw this huge face, this huge mouth, and these giant unblinking eyes, and it's horrifying. It was just for a glimpse of a millisecond, but I saw it. It was massive in the middle of that bright light.
What color was the light?
It's white and goldish, but mostly white.
Okay.
Why? A light?
Tell you.
In the middle of the night? And
Yes,
it looked like a demon.
And yet
Any
you're describing
chance-
something that kind of gives celestial vibes.
I don't know. It kind of gives demon vibes.
But just the skin that gave it way to the mouth and the structure of the face. Did it look like hard, like metal or stone, or did it look like, skin?
It was.
Or hide.
It looked like it was also emanating this light.
Like the creature itself was bright. That's what you're saying.
I think so. It's a demon, I'm
Was
telling
it-
you. And then she sits down.
Was it humanoid? In like, did it have 2 arms, 2 legs? No, something.
I don't think so.
Is it just
Weird.
kind of a
I
head?
only saw the face.
And
like a dog?
was it far away? How are you able to be here now telling us this?
Yeah.
I ran.
With
was burning
those
the
little
fields.
legs of yours. You ran.
Sorry, she's a woman. Adult woman, but she says,
So? It's probably way smaller than me that it doesn't matter. The point still stands.
she says, my legs are not that small, but yes, I ran. I'm
Especially
alive.
if-
Did it run after you?
Giant.
I don't think you could outrun a demon.
Maybe it didn't try
Was
to
it
catch her,
high?
which is weirder.
High up in
Yes,
the
it
air? Or
It comes
was it
from the
like
sky.
so it was
Oh,
still
okay.
lowering down from
Comes
the sky?
I think so.
So for you to be able to see its face if it was up there, how big was it?
Like
I
compared
don't
to
know.
the houses.
It's hard to get perspective. It's so bright when that thing is around.
Does that sound like anything at all? Like
Give me insight checks real quick.
folktale? Right.
It's not that sleepy dragon, right?
Yeah, it didn't shine 22, finally.
I mean, Elmer was talking about
Nah.
coming here,
Aw.
but I don't remember seeing him glowing. He didn't seem very bright.
Anyways,
Also, can he fly? I seem to remember him having like small wings.
I think he was just too
I
tired
mean, I don't
and
know if
lazy
he
to
can
fly.
fly, but he was very, very high that day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it.
I think
That
for Grun
could be.
and for Time, Time has the same conclusion, but I would just connect to what Grun was thinking about earlier from his mysticism check. She is covering her head, hiding something, and she's saying she's afraid of it being a demon. You think she is a Sopher.
Like she knows what the demons look like, probably.
Maybe not.
You remind me
But
what
she might
that
be.
race is.
She might be afraid of why she is a Sopher.
Yeah,
or it
I
being
don't
related
know
to her in some way.
what the equivalent was.
It's like
It's
a tiefling.
kind of it's a tiefling, yeah, but not as
yeah,
like
so
a tiefling.
tieflings are like red-skinned, giant horns, tail,
Mhm.
whatever. Like,
Mhm.
Sophers here in Tormenta have a little bit more leeway. They can look pretty humanoid. Usually they have horns or a tail or both or something, but they can look just like almost normal,
Got it.
They look a little paler. And they're hiding their heads, probably have horns.
Which could be horns. Yeah.
They certainly don't have tails. And same thing with Agelus, as I found out. I thought it was Angelus, but it's Agelus,
Yeah, Zagels.
which is the other side of the coin, which is the kind of like a
Asimar, yeah.
Azimar of sorts, but no wings. They just look very angelic.
Mhm.
Cool.
I figured it was one of those two. It was just one of those things of if I pull up the crash course to Tormenta, my internet will immediately
'Cause
lag.
They are
So
kind of the same race. They're just two,
Two sides of the
options inside the same. Yeah.
The race is called
Okay.
Suragel.
Yes.
And it has Agelus,
Agelus.
and Sulfur. But they seem to be reluctant to reveal that, probably for similar
Which-
reasons to why they're not revealing about the, self-protection, self-preservation.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything. Just
as we're starting to eat, I just remove the mask and see if they feel more comfortable.
Why were
that?
you wearing that mask on dinner, man? What the hell?
how do you access your mouth?
Look, hey.
I don't really need my mouth to eat,
everybody-
but I do
If
it
he
for
wants to
you.
mask during dinner.
Comfort, please. Do it for our comfort.
Yeah. Which is why I forgot the mask. But
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
you adopted the shadows. I was born
I
in-
don't need to see the little bits of you eating your food without you eating it through your mouth. I just...
Ugh.
It's natural.
Yeah, cyanide is also natural. Did you know that?
Ditto cancer.
Yeah. Say, I don't know. Maybe impatiently person might make them more at ease. And I just keep on eating.
You see, they, in the style, very much in the style of the Central Hills. In general, they don't judge. They kind of look, take that in, and kind of go, all right.
Okay. It's either they don't judge at all, or they want to kill you. So 50-50 with the Central Hills. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's Gran. It's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
is
can't
this
really
thing?
show
I
off.
don't know. Just being
Or like,
Gran.
he's impure. Let's burn him at a stake. Yeah.
Just
Time
being
really
Gran.
can't show off how different she is any more than she already does. I'm like, because I've got wings and I have to sit on books to be on par at the dinner table. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, they probably have like demonic ancestry, and we both have like some other weird shit going on. I don't know. They might be more comfortable than the regular Fae, and
You guys are like in this weird silence with Gran having removed his mask, and the kid just kind of says,
you know my faces.
Dad, the helmet's hurting my head. Nathaniel just like sighs, you know. And Celicia just goes, all right, whatever, and like takes off the hat, you know. And just goes, just take it off, honey. It's all good. Nathaniel is like, oh my gosh, like the face of the patriarch kind of losing control of the whole thing, you know, rubbing his temples. And the kid just doesn't make a fuss of it, but takes it off, and he has like tiny horns. And Jensel just kind of slowly takes his cap off, also has horns. Felicia has horns, Nathaniel has horns. Ritana just
I got
kind of
horns.
yeah, you got horns.
Fuck, I was just kind of like, hey, not the only one
I'm only
anymore.
gonna ruffle the kid's hair and just be like, I really like your horns.
What's the big deal
Thanks.
about horns? Do the horns store protein or something?
Calcium.
I
You
feel
also
so
need
nice.
it for your bones,
Strong bones.
which you don't have. Do I have bones?
I don't know. Do you have bones?
No, you have exoskeletons.
Yeah,
Thousands of them. Yeah.
Ritana just kind of looks at her. Actually, she looks at Haran, who's the completely covered guy. She thinks for a second, and goes, "Okay, I can't beat a man made of bugs." And she takes off her turban, and she's a Medusa.
Nice.
And Haran says, for the first time, you guys hear his voice, and it's just like a raspy voice that sounds far away. And he says, I'm not sure about that. And he takes his mask off, and he's a skeleton.
I knew it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There had to be at least one on that here.
I was wondering
So-
how you were keeping cool under all that.
I'm always cool.
That you are, my friend. That you are.
You see, he like lets out this laugh, which is kind of creepy, you know? It's like
Like Skeletor.
Skeletoid laugh. Anyway, and Nathaniel, as the last one, is like, "Well, I got the cat is out of the bag," and takes off his hat, put his it to the side, and he has like these like awesome horns.
Crimson Void is just like, I don't get what the big deal is, but okay, just happy to be a part of it.
Some people don't
Nothing
take
to
kindly
remove.
to
Removes the armor.
some people don't take kindly to the infernal origins of the family, so we keep it under wraps. Same goes for what we do.
You know, people make a lot of assumptions about me when they first see me just because I'm a Minotaur. So, kind of get it. It's hard.
Ma'am, is the bone broth
On its way, like.
and look into the Ostian, like,
Oh.
See that Haran brings up his arm, and it's missing a hand, and he says, "Yeah, you wanted bone broth, so I contributed." And then he puts his hand back in his in his arm.
I was going to say, sir, that you are very tasty.
Would you say tasteful?
No.
Jesus. Spreading.
It's
The
Alicia's
real
like,
curse of the Central Hills. Is puns.
his wife is like, "Okay, honey, take it easy with the puns, and we've unleashed the beast now. I apologize in advance."
Yeah, so, I do understand being secretive about it. It's hard being judged by people you thought trusted you. But anyways, we are amongst friends here.
Well,
Let's see.
like I said, you are free to stay the night. Stay as long as you need. Thank you for helping Vadrine. She is one of us. He looks at Annabelle. As long as she wants to be. Since it's out there, tomorrow we will wake up early and continue our routine. We will tend the fields. We will do our thing. Feel free to explore as you see fit. It's very unpredictable when the light comes. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Haran asks, "Was it a little dusty to your tastes?"
Bit ashy.
Sir, I'm in your house. Proper etiquette does not allow me to respond on the manner that I see fit, so I will reserve myself the right to remain silent.
Bucko leans in and goes, "No bones about it." And then leans back.
Oh my god. I think I'm having an indigestion here.
Cool. Cat's out of the bag. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. So Alicia kind of explains that that's why she thinks it might be a demon, because she believes that there has been some blood packed in the past in the family, and that the demon might be back now to claim whatever deal was made. Nathaniel disagrees and says like he thinks might be somehow some other some competitors trying to disrupt his operation.
On that note, I know it's a delicate issue, but who do you supply?
We have 3 clients most of the time. And they're middlemen to whoever gets it. I don't want to know who it is. I don't want to see it. It's poison. Don't try it. But yeah,
Why do you sell it?
it's good money.
Right.
People have a
Do
choice
you-
to try it and use it or not. They could choose to not.
Man, life ain't always that easy, though.
It's not that simple.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess.
Well, do they usually do these middlemen come dressed in black, head to toe?
Some of them use black, but to be more discreet, from head to toe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, like hooded and everything, like weirdly more conspicuous than if they were just dressing normally.
No, usually they're very inconspicuous.
Maybe the ones we've met are the ones disrupting the operation. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll have to wait and see. It always happens at night, right?
Always at night.
Crimson Void will be
Watching shifts tonight.
watching out there, just so you're aware. There's not some strange man out there with a goat keeping watch.
The goat is pretty strange, though.
That's
cool.
strange, though.
How come the goat is strange?
He wears
Have you ever seen a
sunglasses.
goat kill a man with their own bare hands or hooves?
We also haven't
Can't say
seen
that I
that.
have.
Yet.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm sure Duke will be the first.
He's kind of a goat that
alright.
found enlightenment accidentally.
Well, that's
He smokes now. I don't think we're a good influence on him, but you know.
Yeah, for sure not.
He's also, yeah, it's
He does look good though.
But
the
he-
kid's
he's-
like.
well-intentioned.
Kid's like, I saw him. He headbutted one of the other goats and it passed out.
He's a warrior.
That's our guy.
He's a warrior.
Yep.
Just please make sure he doesn't kill the goats.
We'll kind of
just
keep
asserting
him
dominance.
away from the other goats.
I appreciate that.
Oh, Duke would never do that. People, on the other hand,
Haran starts laughing. Cool. Anybody has
can
anything
you-
to do?
Yeah, I was
Before
gonna
they go to
say, just,
sleep?
I would
request-
like to know. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna request if we get rooms, we get something where we'd be able to see out where Crimson Void is, just so if he does have to rouse us quickly, we can get up and go.
Sure. They give you like a couple of rooms at the end of a hallway that looks in the direction of the stone wall. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Tissue.
Thank you.
All right.
Gran, you had a thing?
Just quick question.
Yeah.
Does the house seem to have like a basement or a cellar or something like that?
Give me a perception or investigation check.
11.
No basement.
Right.
But you find a few rooms more than they need. Enough to house the whole family here if they needed. But there are other 2 houses. You find probably like Nathaniel's office, which is this room full of shelves, full of books. Huge kitchen.
On what?
Hmm?
Do they seem like regulars? I don't know, history books or something more specific?
There's a lot of books here. Some seem old, like they were inherited. Like it's funny to you, the comparison, because the LeBlancs are supposedly nobles here, and we're completely decadent, and these guys are just
Farmers,
salespeople and farmers, and they look like actual nobles. They actually have a good collection of books. You see stuff you would actually expect to find in a library, but it would take you some time of like
back in the university.
Yeah, it would take you some time to like actually sit and go through what they have.
Right.
Like,
I do ask the father. I forgot his name again.
Nathaniel.
I'm not trying to be secretive about it. Just go straight to him and ask, like, did you? I've seen you have decent amount of books, high quality ones, old ones. Have you seen in any of them anything related to this? Maybe something passed down through the generations. I mean, even if you don't think that's the case, if there was indeed a deal made with an entity, do you think it could be recorded here somewhere?
I haven't, and that's why I think that it's not that.
Right. Would you mind? You see, our cleric follows Senator. Would you mind if she took a look anyway? I know she's desperate to ask.
Just like Nathaniel kind of looks around and goes, by all means, I'll just clear a couple of things from there, but you can peruse the collection.
Right. So since there's nothing like underneath the house, do I find any holes like between the floorboards?
No.
No holes. Does it seem like if I thump it that there's a space between the house and the floor?
No, it seems like a very well built house.
Right. Tricky.
You're trying to find a nook to hide in.
Yeah. More than that, I'm looking for a place where I'll be constrained.
Uh-huh.
You wanna snuggle with me?
See, that's the thing. I can escape you.
Huh. Okay. What about
Like
my
I need
back?
something more solid than your arms. Not to say they're not, but like more like a
I
box.
get it. For sure. So you want to sleep in a box?
I
Like
don't want to, but I think it's safer.
they do provide you like a chest or two for you guys to keep your equipment and stuff, so that you don't have to carry everything around with you all the time.
Question: will you die, like suffocate, if there's not enough air in this box chest?
If you make some holes smaller than a coin, I won't be able to pass through.
Smaller than a coin. Okay.
And I'm telling you that because I trust you.
Okay.
I mean, the lock hole is smaller than a coin.
Yeah, but if it's smaller, I can't go through, but I could breathe. That's my point.
So you're good.
Because I can go like an inch or two, like at most. Like the bugs can go smaller than that.
Yeah.
So I'll slip in the trunk. Please take very, very good care of this, and I give my staff to them. It's
Okay.
all right. It doesn't do anything unless it. Actually, I don't know how the wood is, so just maybe leave it there, but you take very good care of it.
Okay.
And yeah, I get in with just my holy symbol
Okay.
and my clothes, so I don't emerge naked.
Um,
But like once there, I just coalesce into a massive foot. And I make the little Terminator hand come out from it just to give the signal to
Lock you
to
in.
buckle to
Alright.
close. Da-da-da. Okay.
I'll say though, like it's not a comfortable sleeping arrangement. It's not like you need to
Okay.
recover HP or mana, but it would be like half your level for recovery.
Right.
But yeah, you guys go to sleep. Crimson Void is standing outside with Took, looking at the dark horizon. Everything seems quiet. And that's where we're gonna end the episode for tonight. On a quiet note for once.
Remind me to write the conversation between Crimson Void and Duke, the Goat Duke, for next session. It's gonna be just a one-sided conversation anyway, so remind me to write that.
A monologue.
Yes.
We need that. That's how we're gonna
We
open
do.
next episode. Thank you so much for watching, for being with us. This is Only One's TV. Please like and subscribe. Drop us a comment. Talk to us on social media. I'm Alexander Januzzi. We have Giselle Fernandez, Guilherme Moina, Sidney Renat, Victor Lucky. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Sleep well, my babies.
No, bye.